Heather died, reporting live with the news you can motherfucking use. And I want to talk about celebrities and how some are humble in their experience, and even though God has blessed them with a lot of things and a lot of things they've come encounter with, and they still just humble. And it's weird to me though, because some of them you'll meet them and you could be their biggest fan, and then you meet them and it's like, damn, I ain't know you act like that, or you would actually treat somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? And Atlanta is kind of growing, and it's like expanding, and a lot of more things are happening here, and more people are coming here, because it's a small big city, but a lot of things low key been popping, because I'm from here, born and raised, but it's getting bigger, you know. And what I will say though, my encounters with certain individuals, and it's usually the D class celebrities, you know what I'm saying, that just act real weird and fucked up, rappers or love and hip hop artists or whatever in general. And I've had certain encounters because I worked at AT&T one time, and a certain rapper came in there and he was just real belligerent. He was just real rude, and he was just talking and just like looking everywhere, like everywhere but making eye contact with me. And I'm like, my nigga, this my job. Like, I'm just trying to help you. Like, I really don't give a fuck about you. And I honestly didn't even know who he was when he walked in, but he was so rude. And I was just like, I ain't helping this nigga. Like, nah, fuck that. Like, somebody else got to help him. And they was like, you don't know who that is? I don't give a fuck who that is. Like, that ain't even my concern at this point, because you don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to treat people. I ain't even fascinated by none of that shit you got going on. Or, like, I went out to eat recently at Broken Egg, and it was a certain individual there with her boyfriend, and we was waiting for a seat, and we had waited so long because it's a packed place, because the food is really good. And when they finally got up and left or whatever, and we went over to where they were, the thing was just filthy. Like, children had ate there, like just throwing stuff, just disrespectfully. And I asked the waitress, I was like, did they leave us like this? And she was like, yes, and they had the worst attitude, and they was this and they was that. And I'm like, God damn, this ain't nothing but old love and hip hop ass bitch. This bitch barely got any clout. This motherfucker walking around like this and just throwing shit around. And like, why would you do somebody like that? I don't give a fuck where life takes me, or where I go, or you know what I'm saying, what doors are open for me. One thing I will say is I always be respectful and just do shit with, you know what I mean, my name on that shit, my stamp on that shit. So I don't do shit half-ass. I do everything with a passion that I do. And I ain't gonna go nowhere and eat and just leave something so filthy, nasty, and disgusting like that. Make you want to wonder how your house look. You know what I'm saying? Because you got money, don't mean you clean. You know what I'm saying? It just make you look nasty and filthy. Like, you just don't even know how to go nowhere. And you old D-class ass celebrity. You ain't even no celebrity for real. But one thing I will say is, one time I worked in the West End, that was during the Super Bowl, and that's when the athletes came, and those are real millionaire, multi-millionaires, you know what I'm saying? They probably got hundreds of millions of dollars. The starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears, and this person and that person, because the Super Bowl was here. Those was the most respectful, nicest, like, coolest motherfuckers that you could meet, and they really got that super stupid bread. Like, they could treat you fucked up if they wanted to, but they was real quiet, like meek, mild, like didn't really want to be noticed, like didn't really want no attention to themselves, didn't really act out extra and shit. And they was real courteous and nice and kind and shit. And that shit was weird as fuck, because it was like, you would have expected that shit from them, but nah, you get that from them low class trash ass motherfuckers. And that just let you know, motherfuckers that act like more than what they is, they really ain't got shit, ain't had shit, ain't used to shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these rappers and type motherfuckers like that, these motherfuckers ain't got no real money, walking around with fake jewelry, renting cars, stealing cars, some more shit, doing all that extra and walking around with their chest out and shit. A real motherfucker that done work hard for some shit and got hella motherfucking money, they real humble. They real humble, and I ain't gonna say approachable, but they just got a different little swag to them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't all that aggressive, arrogant, dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that wherever my life takes me, I'm able to maintain a humbleness and, you know, a little bit of coop. You know what I mean? And that's news you can motherfucking use.